Let's just look at that for a while. I'm pretty happy, everybody. We're going to have some nice dinner tonight. First of all, Big Papa here. When you're looking for food, I'm going to start telling you where to go in the desert. The Lunch Spot, the best sandwich shop I've been to. Absolutely awesome. Tell them Papa sent you. Okay, everybody. We cooked some hanger steaks a while back, and they were bigger. I bought some more, and I couldn't get them quite big enough. And actually, they may be a borderline too small for me, but gives me a great chance to talk to you about meat. A rule I've kind of learned that's really great is the thinner the meat, the higher the heat. The thicker, the lower the heat. So a brisket, you cook it at slow, 210, 225, and really render it. You can't do that with a small piece of meat, whether it's a pork tenderloin or carne asada. So let's talk about carne asada or any of that flap meat or flank. It's about this thick. So you want to talk about high heat, making sure it caramelizes right away, starts the burn, the toasting, and then you want to flip it. You want to flip it one time. Okay, now sometimes you might need an extra, but really you're only thinking in terms of a piece of meat this thick. So we also have some interesting grain here. If you see on this one, the grain starts this way and then goes this way until here. So I'm going to remember that. I'm not going to completely cut against the grain. I'm going to cut at a diagonal that catches a lot of the grain. This one, pretty straight grain for both. So I'll cook this one. I'm not looking to get much yield here other than maybe a little bite for me. Now, since this is a small, but it's a little bit thicker, we're going to do the flip constantly back and forth and checking it with our ThermaPen, our new Sizzle ThermaPen. We'll do it on the gas grill. We'll keep flipping it. We'll keep a good idea of what the temperature is. We also know that it's going to have residual heat, so it's going to keep cooking after we pull it off because it's such high heat. So we'll factor it in. Even though I want to eat these around 135 internal, really I'm going to pull them about 128, somewhere around that, and they'll get to that 135, maybe 130. So let's start real basic with Little Louie's. Seasoned salt with garlic pepper. So here we go. Now, this is not a rub, this is a salt. There's a big difference. A salt you use much less. It's just getting some sodium on it, but we've mixed a lot of nice things in there. See, again, one of the things I'm talking to you about is always pay attention to the grain when it's raw and kind of remember, because sometimes when you get the nice bark on it and everything, you can't remember. So I know which one it is. This one's straight, and this one's going to be at a diagonal. Okay, so we're just going to let this salt sit here for a few minutes, maybe roll all sides here. We'll go outside, and we'll hit it with a gas grill. We'll let it rest for about 10 minutes. We'll slice it up, and you're going to wish you were here. Okay, kids, here we go. We got our Twin Eagles on high, the 2 zone. That's all we're going to need. Okay, so I'm going to anticipate that the fire's hotter in the back. So put it back here. Now remember the grain. You can still see it here. It's going this way. I get to use my new Sizzle by ThermoWorks. I've never cooked in competition without ThermoWorks. I never cook at home without them. I love these new products they come out with. They're always so good and dependable. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. When I flip it, don't just flip it in the same place it was, because that's cooler where this meat's been than here or there. So you're going to constantly try and find fresh real estate on the grill to make sure. So now, it's been about 30 seconds. And it's going to take a while to get the sizzle going. Now a little bit. That's where it was, so we're going to back it up a little bit. I'll pack this one in between the two. We're going to close it just to give it more of an oven feel. It's been about 30 seconds. Okay, so we're doing it quick. We don't have to check it with the sizzle yet. Start to get some color there. Go this way. Close her up. Remember, The thinner the meat, the higher the heat. I'm as high as I can get here. Oh yeah. Starting to hear some sizzle here. I want to get some color going here though. Having a hard time. It'll happen. Check my trusty sizzle. 93, we're fine. 105, 106. 85, 88. That's good. So since we have these thin pieces, you're going to see another little trick as I do. I'll start pulling it down here so this doesn't get as much heat as the meat that's thicker and needs more time. Again, why we're turning it before it really gets going is we want the cook to be even. Let's just close her down for a second. You start going. Go back sideways. Starting to look beautiful. 25. 16, okay. He's almost ready to pull. Almost done. That looks beautiful. These are really nicely done, if I do say so myself. We're ready to go. We're going to go inside, rest for 10 minutes, and slice. Here we go, kids. What do you say we pick this slicer? Oh, look at that. How's that, kids? Is it right to slice this that tasting? Man, I got to tell you something. Hanger steak for president. But the good thing about this is just a little nugget that's skinny. There are people that like a little bit well done. I generally don't want them in the house. Come over here. Now see the grain? We're going to cut this like this. Always pay attention to the grain. You get a much more tender piece if you cut against the grain. Oh yeah. Get against the grain. So we have from rare to medium rare to well done, all in one piece. Come down in the center here. There you have Papa's hanger steak. Let's just look at that for a while. I'm pretty happy, everybody. We're going to have some nice dinner tonight.